Hey folks, welcome back to TIMBERBORN and our Update 7 experimental Let's Play. And I have built most of the power connection through the tunnel. So if we scroll down, you will see all of this section is built. And then if we come up, you will see pretty much all of this section is built. And the bit that's not is where they can get at it from above. So what we can do is we can now delete this path, throw in this bit, and they should be able to build that just fine. Then we need to work out, and when I say we, I mean me, how we want to connect this to this. They've got quite a lot of this built in the background as well, which is awesome. This thing is pretty cool. We're looking at 3,000 HP and a 400 and basically a 500,000 HP power bank. So yeah, really impressive. I think we will start with, I was going to say a corner, but they don't exist anymore, do they? So and then I'll platform there, I guess, because I want to try and preserve the path. So we'll do that. We'll come there. Actually, we want a solid power shaft there and there. And then I don't know if we come up straight away and build it raised, or if we accept losing the access down here and build a new access. Right, 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Let's go with the what I think is the easier option. I'm going to put a platform there just to make it even easier. And we'll come straight along here and connect in there. Actually, we probably don't even need that platform, but that's that hooked up. Oh, we had a bunch of dumb beavers. You were supposed to build it from above. You were only supposed to blow the bloody doors off. The idea of allowing you to do it the way that I did it was you could build it all from above. But you decided not to. You were stupid. Maybe if there was a path up above, you would use the path. I want to keep these platforms here because I think it looks better. It looks more like a mine entrance, the way it's sealed. So yeah, let's get these finished, I guess. And hopefully we can get this built fairly quickly and then move on to the next project. I need to get this finished in this series. Probably going to wrap up in the next couple of episodes, and probably it will be one of those possibly unsatisfactory, unless it will port across into the update 7. It might, then I'll keep going. Otherwise, unfortunately, it might be one of those unsatisfactory things where we just kind of stop. This is going to be quite cool because we are out of power here. Once they build this, we should suddenly have much power. Why is this not turning? I am most confused. It's all just kicked in now. Excellent. So if we click now, we have huge battery charge potential. We have Big supply, small demand. Excellent. It has worked. So that's this little bit hooked up. These now are recharging. These are pretty much inconsequential now, but they will help. These are getting built, so I will now undeprioritize them so they get finished, and we can make use of all of this. I think the next logical step is probably to connect this up to the same system, but what I would like to do is actually get this sorted. The explosives are all in. We are currently on level 8. We want to get to level 2. So this is going to take us to 5. So what we should do is be smart again and plan for a staircase. So let's put those in, and what we need to do is put in another tunnel. Yep, that's okay. Yep. Then we'll put the sluice back in there. Got 3 days left. It would be really nice to see what bad tides did with the water wheels and stuff next, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, I mean, this generates enough power, so we're not got a big problem here to worry about fixing. So, yeah. Let's blow that up. We can put in the staircase, and we are now down at 5. We want to get to 2. So in theory, another set of triples is what we need. Let's just double check if we go down, if we peel the layers down. No. 1, 2, 3, yep. In theory, this works. Theory and practice are never always perfect, but we shouldn't need another set of stairs cut into the side for this, so we won't bother, but we will do that. My other neighbour is out hammering something today, and I'm really hoping you can't hear him. Tuck that in there. I'm hoping that that is correct. I think it is, yeah. For now, I'm going to close that. Just so that when we detonate it, we don't have a significant problem. And then it could die. Just wondering if there was a way, a non-complicated way, landscaping, tunnel, we actually really might not want to do that because we're quite thin there. We're quite thin there. So I think maybe we will do something different. What I quite like the idea of is getting over the back of this. We're going to put that on there. And we're going to put... It's going to be a bit of a faff, isn't it? Yeah, that's a bit of a faff. Or could we do this? Looks like we might be able to. Yep. That there. That's why I didn't delete that ladder. And then if we came down to that level, if I wanted to platform across there into there, yep, that's kind of what I was thinking. There, then you, then I can line it up so that lines up with that oak tree. So there, and there, there, where are we with there? There. If I came up there, got a long way from where we need power, but actually if we came there and there, and then we could go down to there. That's then under all of that. We could go along there. 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 Yeah. So there. Yeah. And if we could build that, so we need an access to it. Which could be there. If we went in, where is it in relation to? So it's there. Not sure how we get into this freaking. Oh, we could just go from there. That would get us a lot of it. Path. Path. Let's delete you. Let's put that there. That there. Put it there. Actually, it'll only get us the first bit, won't it? So, how do we get into this chuffing thing? I'm thinking we start about there. do something to the side of it. Tunneling. We go there. There. Come up one. Yeah, go there. There. One. Go there. There. And come up. Oh, we should be able to get... Yeah, that's okay. Actually, let's... Yeah, we can work around that. And maybe we put that there. And we might just have to rework this bit. Let's get rid of that. Awesome. Awesome stuff. So the other things that I want to achieve in this series are to deal with all of the... I was going to say to deal with all of the contamination, but I guess in a way we've defeated bad water. So we'll see how we get on with getting these jobs done, I think. Let's pick those up, shall we? Let's make sure that happens as well. Those are happening, which is awesome. That's all built and is now generating 7,000 HP. So these can be set to empty. And we can then delete them. Get that cleared up. And then we can disconnect this so we don't forget. Come on. There we go. So we'll disconnect you. We'll disconnect the path. You no longer need to be prioritized. You can just exist. In fact, you could be a supply now. Awesome. Awesome stuff. Done. We really need a bad site to see how everything works now. There's a water source there, isn't there? But actually, if we get a bad tide, our colony is protected. So, not. Oh, why is that too far? Why is that too far? We've not built those yet. Okay, just too much to build. But I think this could be really kind of funky. Having the power connection come under here. I think that would be kind of cool. So that's what we're going to do. We now have quite a few spare bots. This can be unpaused. We have 7 incapacitated beavers, so there are clearly some dangerous jobs happening. I think this is potentially one source of injury, so we'll swap these over. Need to come down here. This is on. We blasted it down so far that no water could get in. That'll be why. That'll be why those dried out. That's okay. Awesome. That's nearly done. That is done. And this is where I'd quite like to have simple triggers back, because I would probably want to base... I'd probably want to have something controlling this as well, based off of the depth of the water in here. But, you know, no big deal. Or off the season, maybe. So when it's temperate season, this allows water to flow. But, you know, it's not a problem. We can adapt. And I think both of these will be open. Nope, this one's closed. Okay. Because it's so we should put that one on auto as well and have them both be open. Or lots of water in. That's getting built, so that'll let them start working on that. That's been built. So they can start working on that. And then we can start thinking about how the heck we get them stairs down there. It's where the ladders mod would be nice, but you know my thoughts on mods and this series, and definitely as we come to an end. Oh, we maybe actually just need to tunnel at this point. Yeah, we did need some stairs. But we can fix that. That is not a problem. In fact, we'll do it this way. There we go. And let's prioritize that so that it can happen. There we go. So that's that done. Let's have a look at this. We've got that. We've then got that. Got a bad tide coming, which kind of cool. So we then want to delete that. And that's where the tricky bit comes in. What we'll do is we'll do that. We can. Right here. So that's okay. We're going to delete that one as well. That will let us put a staircase there. Start to get us underground. And that's in and going in. The tunneling has started, so let's get some passage going on. We've got vacancies and incapacitated beavers still. These will be dangerous jobs, won't they? So that means we probably want to have some storage for fuel there. What other dangerous jobs have we got going on? Water pumping shouldn't be... the bad water rig. Yep. Centrifuge is, dirt extractor is, explosives factories. Okay, that might be most of it. So that means we need... And we've converted that as well, haven't we? So let's put some fuel there. And inside the mountain. There we go. Hopefully. Yeah, that's better. So what's 7 incapacitated, but you know. That bit done. It has. So now we come in here. So this is closed. But we can set that to automatic now and it'll be closed because water's coming from around here. But it now can do its thing. We have a bad tide approaching, which is cool because we can test out our bad tide things. Don't think it matters that they can come via there now. I'm not worried about the little tiny bit of contamination that we get when they do their thing in there. So that's sorted. All right, so let's come here. And can we get more stairs in? So we want to delete more supports. And can we then put in... yep, awesome. Excellent. Good. Does that? Yep, that gets them down to the level to start building it. Oh, so good. So good. The problem is we have a height change in here. So it's only going to let them build part of it because we don't have the ladders mod. So, yeah, we do need to try and enable access to this one. Which could be a case of actually trying to come in at the side down here. That's stupid. Let's have a look, shall we? If I tunnel out there, could we get to that? Because if it's stupid and it works, it's not stupid, remember, folks. Actually, really, you know, I think that this has legs. So if we come out there, oh, let's just, slow it down, And yeah, so we get a little bit here because we need these to open up. There we go. So we then get the pull from that way. This one is doing its thing. Awesome. Oh, it's so good. So these should be open. Yep. So these are going to start generating even more power. So this dries up. These will close. I had that set wrong. Should be closed above. Yeah. No, do we want this to close? I guess we can, because then it traps it in here and it just evaporates. Yeah, let's do that. Right, yeah, so that's now all just spewing out of there, coming over here, and generating 1500 HP. So we will grab the same thumbnail again, but with the river of red flowing through it. I don't know if that looks good or not, actually, but hey, potentially. Let's get it from there as well. Apologies, folks. Right, where were we? Yeah, so that's worked. That's working. That's working. Oh, we've got some ones we need to block off as well, I guess. But anyway, we were trying to enable access down here, so you then what we'll do is we'll go with this guy there, and a pair of those, and that gets us to it. Ho ho ho. If it's stupid but it works, it's not stupid. I love it. I love it. Right, they're through there already. Awesome. Awesome stuff. So these probably need a path extension. Yep. That'll get that through, and then we are going to need to why can't I see where the because I didn't put the last one in. That's why I can't see where it comes out. There we go. All right, so platform. Oh, let's be a bit more fancy, shall we? It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we need to do 7. So 4 and 3, I think, would be the way to do this. So I think we do 1. No. So we do 4. And actually probably a 4. And we're going to need to get in there, aren't we? Because we're going to need to destroy that tree. Watch out for that tree. But all our beavers are, or all our builders are currently organic. So that's actually open. Let's open that. That one's open anyway. So because we need to come in and clear out these trees and get to that. we will get to there. I'm going to, for now, pause that just in case I've got that wrong. What I think I'm going to do is throw in a bad water pump and take the suggestion of one of you. I don't know if this is actually going to be worthwhile or not. To start dumping bad water. Actually, what we could do is pause that for now. And we'll put a bot in there just to make that happen 24/7. Just because we want to try and drive down that contamination a little bit more. This thing doing now power-wise. Yeah, that's not bad. It's not bad. It would be nice if we could get it all hooked up, wouldn't it? Let's have a look at this. So, path. Again, we're going to have more fun with power shafts, but again, I won't make you watch that. So this is now getting quite soupy. But it's taken a little bit of time. That really is a bit of a token effort, isn't it? Yeah, it really is a bit of a token effort. I don't know whether 10% contamination is okay, you know. And we just send them in. Should we do an experiment? I may regret this. I'm just going to get them to delete an tree. Get rid of that. Resources for demolition. Because that should just send in a beaver. And that way we'll see if it's going to make them poorly. Doesn't seem so. That's injured. So, right. So if we line up with this, resources for demolition, all of you, and make that a priority, please. It's done 1%. Let's see if we need more path. There we go. The tunnel definitely let us do quite cool things. Because we wouldn't have been able to do that path system without tunnels. Right. Get this done. Let's get this tree deleted. Another staircase. Another tree. Get already through to here anyway. Oh, that's going to be a few staircases, actually. Actually, maybe not. Maybe if we put one in, they'll be able to reach it. Because they can build from above. It's just whether they can delete this thing. So, yeah. %. Nope. Right. Okay. Platform. That means you need to go as well. There we go. And then we'll be able to put it in. Yeah, actually, I was going to say we could start building other stuff, but we don't really want to yet. I mean, I guess the other thing we could do, which was a suggestion, to make life easier, is we could double up the tunnel to build power connection. And actually, a bit of me kind of likes that idea, but we probably can't in every spot, so we'll do it for part of it. Right, let's hook you up. Come on. We have got some unwell beavers now. I guess they've been going in the soup too long. But we have antidote, so... And that's done, so... Right. We won off. I think we might be. Pause. Down we go. Yep, it's one off. Oh, that's annoying. Doesn't really matter because we can delete all of that because that was purely to gain access. So high priority. Go. I don't know why I undid that. Come on. Be within 2 of the 7%. Come on. Right. There. That one, I think. 4 and 4. And the 3. Alright, let's unpause you. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Let's hit play. Let's put that the correct way around. There we go. we go. Right, so all of that can now go. Have they built that? They have. So let's put that in. We'll let them build that. I guess we need to do this before we do the above stuff. That's in. So we need to delete all of that. Just thinking, if we delete this, do we delete? Yeah, we do. That's going to have to be okay because we need to put in a levy or a solid power shaft. No. Power. Solid power shafts all the way to there. Yeah. We then put in wood, sawmill, and switch it over. That there. Let's prioritize building that to reconnect everything. There we go. So we can then come down in here. Actually, probably what we want to do then is power, solid power shafts all the way up there. And then those. Awesome stuff. Let's delete those and recover those. Excellent. That's done. So that's our now much deeper reservoir. Right. That can be disconnected. That can be paused. This can be unpaused, but we'll automate on products. Those in. And then it's the slightly tedious process of hooking all this up. Which I don't think we're going to make you watch. So I think the last big project we've got, I guess last two big projects, we probably need to build the earth recultivator. And the other thing that I said I would do is to try and restore the ship. So I might have a go at that next time. It's a creative thing, which is kind of not my skill set. So yeah, might struggle with that. but I need to put some path in there. There we go. But I'll have a go. I might try and have a go. And I guess remind me of anything else you desperately think that we should sort out before we call it quits on here. Because we are, unless I can keep this series going once update 7 is live, I am going to want to wrap this up pretty soon. And actually start playing on the main update 7 branch, because that seems sensible to me. Put that there, and then we're going to have to stop with that until we've got that all connected up. And then this one we'll be able to do quite quickly because we've put the path above. We will need to stop the beavers getting down there, but we'll do that by putting a staircase there, so that won't be too tricky. But I kind of like that. I kind of like that suspension bridge approach that was suggested on the update 6 series. But yeah, we can have most of it on a single power grid. I'm not planning, so we also did get to see the effect of the contamination over here. It's pretty brutal. Pretty brutal. I guess we need to, let's just, seeing as this is all dead, we can throw levies in here and then delete them before the builders get at them. Put the path back, and I think maybe if we do, I wonder if we did contamination barriers there. So the water source is there. Let's see if that works. Don't know if it will. Nope. Okay, let's try there. It's helping, actually. What I wonder is if we do that and put them there and we can then get rid of those. That one in the priority. And see what that does for us. We might actually need, really, along there as well. Yeah, that's done it. That's done it. So we can come here, plant crops, sunflowers. We can replant those. And wheat, and we can replant a few bits of wheat. So actually, that's not too bad now. Awesome. I'm really pleased that that's actually working. Because we've got that one, which is doing its thing. We've got that one. And we've got this one now. It's kind of insignificant because we've still got quite a lot, but it's better. Right, you peel our way down. We've not actually got too much more on this level. And once you're done, I've got a few more to do here. Probably one more here, and then we can rely on building that from above. Quite a few more to do along here though, so yeah, I think we're good now. So we can come in here, take that out, put a staircase there for now. Bring you there. Come back down, put you there. I don't know, some of you like the pause technique. I do quite like the pause technique as well, but this is working equally well. Delete all of that. We could also delete all of... No, we can't, because there's platforms above that we need to make use of. We can go all the way along there, and I think we can do that all in one hit. You're going to be a priority. You're going to be a priority. I think all of this are going to build pretty darn quickly. 18 days left of the bad tide. There we go. All right. You. And let's back down there. I've built it already before I had a chance to prioritize it. Right, let's just focus on getting you connected up now. So this, we will do that, and we will pause, and we'll prioritize it all. And what we can do is just sit here and unpause them. And that will be, it is a fair bit quicker if you can just sit and babysit it. There we go. And hopefully at the same time, they're working on building the other end. There we go. So that's that done. We come back. That's that done. Right. Let's delete that. There we go. Then we just need to get these three done. Hopefully they built all of those before I deleted it. Yep. Oh, we're not turning because they didn't finish that one yet. Come on. This is going to be quite a nice big power grid then. There we go. So that's turning. That's turning. All of that is turning. Awesome. I think we can delete that. There we go. Right, we'll delete all of that. And then we can probably build that one as well. And this will be a nice job finished. So the wind's not blowing, that's why there's no supply, but there we go. Right, you there. And actually I think they can do both of those at once as well, so That will connect everything up. And that should be one single power grid. There we go. So 666,000 power stored, or potential power storage. 67,000 supply at the moment and a 1,500 demand. So we're in a pretty good place. I think it's probably worth us, or potentially worth us, moving the metal smelting. That's kind of the dregs of some industry over here, so it's all on a single power grid. But yeah, I am super pleased with that. That is so cool. Really like that. Loving the tunnel system. A great addition to TIMBERBORN. But yeah, let me know the things that you would definitely like to see done before we finish. And I think that's going to be it for today. So thank you to the patrons and the YouTube channel members. Appreciate you guys supporting the channel. And I will see you next time. Bye for now.